ଆମେ ଏ ପେପରଟା ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିଥିଲେ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଆଲ ରିଲେସନ୍ସ IR ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ପେପର ତମର ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ସେମିଷ୍ଟର ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିଥିଲେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଜଷ୍ଟ ଇଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଡକ୍ସନ କରିଥିଲେ, ଆଉ ଆଗକୁ ବଢି ନାହାନ୍ତି। We'll continue from now. This is the second class of this paper. In the last class, what we understood? Industrial relations, how industrial conflict arises, what does it mean, industrial relation. ତାକୁ ଆମେ ଟିକେ ରିକ୍ୟାପ୍ କରିବା। ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରିରେ କୋଉମାନେ ଥାନ୍ତି? ମାନେ ଲୋକମାନେ ଥାନ୍ତି, କାମ କରନ୍ତି। You have many people in the industry. You take about any factory, any manufacturing units, any organization, you will have people to work. So conflict will arise only between the people, management. There are so many reasons. Within the organization, management to management, one manager to different manager, there could be conflict. One employee to different manager, there could be conflict. Employee to employee, employee ମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ କିଛି ଗଣ୍ଡଗୋଳ ହେଇପାରେ, there could be conflict. ଗୁଡାଏ ଗୁଡାଏ କାରଣ ଅଛି ଯେଉଁଥିରେ ତମର ମନାନ୍ତର ମତାନ୍ତର ଆସିବ। If you have everything smooth, if you relate all this, if relations is good, then you will have lot of impact on the industry, lot of positive impact on the industry if you have good relations. So that is called industrial relations. These are there in your course, meaning and different models. Today we will understand the different characteristics. We'll be covering only initial couple of points. Like we understood what is industry, what does it mean industrial relations. Industrial relations refer to all types of relations between employers and workers, either national or regional company level, or and all dealing with social and economic issues such as wages, setting, working time, and working condition. More or less हमें କିଛି ସମୟ ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଏଇଆ ଡିସ୍କସ୍ କରୁଥିଲେ ଲୋକମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ, ଏମ୍ପ୍ଲୟି ମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ କିମ୍ବା ଏମ୍ପ୍ଲୟିର ଯେ ଓନରଙ୍କ ସହିତ କିମ୍ବା ଓନର ଓନରଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ କିଛି କନଫ୍ଲିକ୍ଟ ହେଲେ, କିଛି ଡିସ୍ପ୍ୟୁଟ୍ ହେଲେ ଗଣ୍ଡଗୋଳ ସୃଷ୍ଟି ହେବ। ଡିସ୍ପ୍ୟୁଟ୍ କାହିଁକି ହେବ? There are different reasons. There are so many reasons. Financial reasons, non-financial reasons. There are so many reasons where the dispute arises between all these parties. Suppose good industry hai, if salary is not good, so people will object, people will complain that salary is not good. So there will be a dispute between the employee and the management. This is one example. So many things. But transportation organization is not providing a good transportation or good working culture or good working space environment. But there could be many reasons, financial and non-financial, where the problem arises. And if you have good relations between employee and employer, that means you don't have any problem. So you have a lot of things to do. Those things we'll understand in this paper. What is the industry? What is industrial relations? How we can maintain industrial relations? What will happen if the relationship is not good? So all these things we'll read in this paper. Industrial relationships are the result of employment relationship in industrial enterprises. Employment relationship. So whenever a person is joining in our organization, how the person is working, what is the relationship that person will have in the organization, what is the career path, how a person is getting promoted, how long that person will work, and what is the training facility. So all these things come under picture. So that is called employment relationship. So the person is joining with many aspirations, many thoughts. So when you are recruiting a person, so what kind of facilities, what kind of benefits you are giving to the person, that depends on the industry. Industrial relationship introduce the concept and method of balancing and cooperating. Balancing and cooperating means it is a balance between the owner and the worker. So if anything happening between the worker and owner, so there are two main component, main party in the industry. You take any industry, any organization, any factory. So one person is working, one group is working, one group is managing. And there are primarily two groups. And anything happening between two groups, so they are cooperating each other, they are balancing each other, they are talking each other and resolving. So that is known as balancing and cooperating. Suppose ତମେ ଏ କାମ କରୁଛ ମୁଁ ତମକୁ କାମ କରାଉଛି ତମର କିଛି ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ହେଲା ଦେନ୍ ତମେ ମୋ ପାଖକୁ ଆସିଲ ମୁଁ ତମ କଥା ଶୁଣିଲି then we'll come to a conclusion where you have to gain or lose something, I have to gain or lose something. Then we'll close that issue. That is known as balancing. Industrial relations formulate rules and regulations to maintain harmonious relations. If you have a industry, that means you are formulating, you are creating new rules, new regulation, new objectives. What the person is doing, when the person is coming, what the person is availing. So everything is written as a rules and regulations. So that is known as formulation of different rules and regulations which will help to manage the employee, manage the organization. The intervention of the government to shape the industrial relationship is through laws, agreement, rules, charters, etc. This is called the government interaction in different activities. So government is interacting in the industry through taxation or different boards, different charters. Government has created different charters, different rules, different agreement. If is there, so government is imposing different tax laws. So these are the different characteristics we are studying of industrial relationship. What are industrial relations and how other parties are involved, and what is mainly the quality are known as industrial relations. Government is interfering different activity. Industrial relations incorporate both individual relations and collective relations. Individual relationship means a person individually has some problem and that person, so individual, that person is having some problem with the organization. So organization is responsible, is liable to solve the problem. If that person individually not happy, or he has a problem with his family or transportation or salary, the organization is helping that. And what is the collective relations? Suppose everyone has the problem with the bonus, or salary, or working condition. But that is collective relations. The organization is also listening and calling everyone, having a meeting. So that is collective relations. So industry is responsible are liable to incorporate all this relationship, whether it is individually or organization level, collectively. Several parties play role in industrial relations. The main parties are employees and their organization, employers and their association and government. So this thing I was telling sometimes before, who are the main party, how industrial problems arises. So the main party is actually one is the owner of the organization and other party is the people who are working, who are contributing to the production, employers and the employee. And some cases it's mentioned employers and their association. Employers and employee they are making association. Will study detail in next chapter. Trade union. There are different unions. So they are formed by employers and employee. And also government in many cases, government is intervening. Government is interfering what is the industry is doing, how much tax is doing, how he is involved. Government is imposing different roles. These are the different characteristics of industrial relations. We have other characteristics. So why we are talking industrial relations? What is the benefits we are getting industrial relations? Why industry will focus on this? What is the benefit industry is getting? So we'll understand on this slide what are the different objectives of industrial relations. First thing, once you have a good relations with the workers, you will have good peace of mind. To establish industrial peace, in industry, if everyone is happy, everyone is working, everyone is having a good relation, no one is unhappy on anything, so you will have a good peace of mind. People will focus on their work. That will establish a good environment in the industry. That is the first benefit. Establish to establish the industrial peace. That means if the employees are happy, if the employers are happy, that will establish a good peace. To safeguard the interest of both workers and management. Workers and management, so if they have some problem, so industrial relations is going to protect their objective, their interests, to safeguard the interest of both workers and management. So what they want, what is required. So we are observing everything, we are imposing a new role. So industrial relationship makes sure that workers and the management are working properly what they want. To avoid industrial dispute. That is also one benefit to avoid the dispute. का ଭିତରେ ଯଦି ଝଗଡ଼ା ଲାଗିଲେ କି ଗଣ୍ଡଗୋଳ ଲାଗିଲେ conflict arise ହେଲା. Industrial relations make sure that that conflict will be removed. So you have a good relations, if you have a good culture, so all these things you will try to avoid, you will try to close that to raise the production capacity. If everyone is happy, whatever you studied, all these things is good, then ultimately the productivity of the employees will increase, the production of the factory will increase. So that will help the economy of the industry, economy of the country to establish the industrial democracy. In order to do that, so one has to ask the employee, one has to take opinion from employee. So that means it is establishing the democracy. To minimize the labor turnover rate and absenteeism. What is labor turnover rate? ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ ତମେ ଦେଖିଥିବ ଲୋକମାନେ ଶୀଘ୍ର ଶୀଘ୍ର ଛାଡ଼ି ଦେଉଛନ୍ତି, ଶୀଘ୍ର ଆସି ଜଏନ୍ କରୁଛନ୍ତି. ତମେ ଏଇ ବର୍ଷ 50ଟା ଲୋକଙ୍କୁ ରିକ୍ରୁଟ୍ କଲ, ତା ଦେହରେ 50ଟା ଲୋକ କି 100 ଲୋକ ଏ ବର୍ଷ ଛାଡ଼ିଦେଲେ. So that rate, every industry, every organization has a labor turnover rate. Labor turnover rate means people who are coming and going, there is a percentage calculated. So if a industrial relations are good, if the culture is good, then the labor turnover will be less. People will be happy. To safeguard the workers' economy and social interest. People who are working, their economy also safeguard. Whether they have problem in salary, bonus, whatever financial condition. So company is listening to them. Company is giving a comparable salary what others are getting. So that means it is safeguarding their financial condition and social interest. Suppose something is going on in your society, in your colony, so you have to attend that, and your company is also respect that, and they are giving a holiday on that particular day because all the employee will attend the social events. So it is also giving the social interest to contribute the economic development of the country through productivity. Sometimes before I was talking how it is increasing the production capacity. If everyone is happy, everyone is engaged, then the productivity of the company will increase, more production will happen. It will help the industry economy, it will help the factory and the economy of the country. So if the productivity is more, then the company will be getting more revenue. The factory will getting more revenue and the country will have a good relations between the employer and employee. Establish a full employment situation to minimize the strike, lockout, warehouse. So whenever there is a good relations, good between the good relations in the sense good environment in the organization, good working condition in the organization, then people will be happy. and that will minimize the strikes and lockout. Otherwise, what will happen? People will go for a strike, go for a lockout whenever there is something, some relationship is bad. In the strike lockout, there will be a lot of impact on the economy. But if people are happy, if employees are happy, you won't have any strikes or lockout. If employers are happy, there are two things he mentioned: strike and lockout. Strike is mainly from the employee side. Whoever are working, they want higher salary, higher bonus, or they want a good bus service. They want something more leaves, or they want all second Saturday will be holiday. So to demand that, everyone will go for a strike. If the strike is there, then no production will happen. Management will see 1 day strike or 2 day strike. So based on that, management will take a decision. Other than that, lockout. Suppose one particular machine is not working, or one production unit is not working because the main technician is not there. So the owners of the business will lock, will close that production unit. That means lockout is done from the owner side, strike is done from the employee's side. So there are two different things. So lockout means because due to some problem, the machine is not working, or the production cannot happen, or the work cannot be done. So the owner will say this particular work is done or lockout. So whoever working, whoever the operator for that, so they will make sure that things are resolved through industrial relations. And if there is a good relations, that will minimize all this strike and lockout. Suppose you don't have a power problem, that will minimize the lockout. If you have a power problem, then sometimes if there is if the power is gone, then your production unit is not going to work. Or this is one problem. And you have different objectives. We studied characteristics of industrial relations. We'll continue this to understand more on objectives and what is the quality of, what is the characteristics, what is the objectives of industrial relationship. We'll continue that in the next class. And mostly we'll continue this in the same timing from next week. Today will not take any break. We'll close the class here, and all your attendance and name, please give me in the chat box. Thank you.